Hey, I'm Regina. I'm going to play a demonstration Satori game that's about something that's really happening to me. So it's a real game that you can see. I'm going to play with myself, which is one of my favorite ways to play. Really helps me clear things up. So the game starts. Here's the game, Satori. Here, I'll show you the game. Got to switch my video to this one. I got my game board set up, got my cards and everything. I'm ready to play. So what I'm going to do is tell my story. I'll go ahead and switch to myself here. So I like to start by just telling what's on and always do it from the point of view of the victim, that poor me, and this is what's happened. Then I will choose from the game the event and the context and see what comes up about that. So it's always, yeah, this is a game. It's a way to play our lives and get um, ideas and new perspectives on things. Just gets me thinking differently, that the way I'm thinking doesn't have to be the only way. All right. So here's the story that's anonymous, even though people who know me in my life like know these people are, but that doesn't matter. What matters is what my view of things is, and uh, some perspective. Now, so what's going on is I've been here in my new place helping to take care of my mom, and the way I see it, somebody else was trusted by her, making her own decisions in her happening to be somebody who gave her ideas and gave insights, was willing to help her find a place to live and all that stuff. And she just didn't accept my participation. So, in my view, she ended up picking somebody else who, in my view, also does not appear to be caring or taking action to get my mom services and a place to be that really. I've been there, like observing these lacks in services and compassion, wondering why don't the people who are getting paid to do this do it, and why doesn't the person who's in charge of her affairs notice or take lots of ideas and willingness to help. So it's come down to the person in charge, the POA. The person gets to be the POA, right? Has given me a check that says that, and I didn't know what that was for. And what happened in like 4 months ago, I said, let's have a meeting. I have some proposals. I could come in more often and get paid. I could go away and not do anything. I'd be willing to live with my mom in a 2-room assisted living place. And that's what I said. And the way I see it, I didn't get an answer for that. So, yes, a couple days ago. So, since that time, I've gotten 2 checks for amounts that corresponded to my proposal that I would go and be with my mom 5 days a week. Like, okay, but that, in my view, had never been agreed upon. I didn't say I would do that. And so I actually left for a month without really saying anything, because who was there to say anything to? Because I'm not working for anybody. I didn't make an agreement. All my view. Um, and the POA responded, "Well, it's for the everything you've been doing to help mom, and this for the month of February." Okay. And then the POA texted and said, "Maybe it's time for us to have a meeting and hear what your plans are." So yeah, I agree. And I said, "I'm flexible. When do you want to have this meeting?" So meanwhile, I've been talking with one of my brothers who again sees the dynamics again from the way he looks at relationships, and sees power plays, and that person is real good at being in charge, and I'm not, and I need to learn different ways of being. And I agree that he's talking all about Moses, and he's talking about scope of of work, like not to go beyond my scope and all of that. So what I want to play in this game, my story is I don't know what the heck how to relate to this person, how to achieve the motive of giving my mom excellent care and attention. What she really wants is to be with family and not just be stuck in a room by herself. She can't figure any of this out, just in her family, right? So that answer to what I want might be as much as, well, I want to be in charge of my mom's care and know about her finances and be in a team of people who are really sincerely designing her care. Um, the way it is now, there's no conversations. I don't even see an alignment in what the choice, like why that place was chosen for her. And now that she's in there, how it's really not meeting her needs in like 50% of what she needs. So, can we change it? Can we make adaptations? And I'm not feeling the sincere openness to my participation and accepting of my ideas and then doing something about it. It's not an active conversation. So my response is to just not speak, to just do what I want to do and go on like that, which I could do, except there's that little voice that says, "Well, it could be better," and this is my different in my life, to become something, have ideas implemented and not just go along with others. So that's my story. And you see like pain and suffering and confusion, and I don't know what to do and all that stuff. So the radical forgiveness, which this is based on, says everything happens for a reason and things are given to us to learn and grow. So this game is helping me kind of see what that is. So I'm going to go off my camera now and switch to the game camera, which is what I do when I play with other people. So what's the game suggesting that I choose? So I have an event, and this is my event. I'm horribly shamed. Woohoo! There you go. So that seems to fit this story. Like this is all about shaming me. And I could say, yeah, that kind of fits from what my view of my past is in my family, that I was shamed. And I apologize for the lack of focus. I don't know what else to do with this camera. So the context means like where in my life is this or was this context. Let's see what it says. Ah, perfect. Relation. Ta-da! So what I'm going to play in the game, I was horribly shamed in the context of relationships. I have a mover. And y'all can see that pretty well. Okay, we're going to move this little heart around. Got to get my dice. All right, I'm just going to roll and play. So I got a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Belief. So there's some belief that is playing out in my view of what's going on, but I don't know what face down. And I roll again. 2, 1, 2. Ooh, projection. Okay, this one's complicated. So projection basically means I'm putting out on other people something, blaming them for something that's really inside of me. So it could be. So how the game plays that is to have this color wheel. So I'm going to spin the color wheel. Let's see, this is kind of tricky. Okay. So how does this go? Oh, because I'm on the side here. All right. So up towards the yellow means that I'm projecting out, but it's pointing down. So I'm projecting on myself. That's interesting. So I'm projecting on myself, like I'm blah, 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 blah. So what is it? Something that's limiting, something that has to do with communication, criticism, decision, and will. Okay. So, okay, this is cool. So that means I'm blocking some kind of idea, projecting on myself. I'm not able to communicate. I don't have the willpower. I am criticizing. This is all these things I'm projecting on myself. I can't do this. And that feels right. So, and I forgot one thing I always forget. So there's always something there that I'm projecting. Okay, now, there's 2 ways I can go with this. And so what it is I'm projecting, I don't know yet, but okay, it's in my subconscious. Okay. Right now I'm just building this game up. All right, so now my next step, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, blame game. This is good. So on blame game, what I'm doing is blaming someone else. And when you're playing with somebody, there's a rose on the back that picks up the energy. So actually, I'm going to just do this. So I'm going to blame, of course, I'm going to blame them. You're not doing this right. You're not listening to me. You're not taking care of my mom. Why don't you listen to me? No matter what I say, I'm going to feel tricked. And you probably aren't going to tell me the truth anyway. There's no way that you're going to let me be part of the team to help her decide. I don't know how I can ever get through this. I'm never going to get it right. But I want to. Why don't you change so that I can express myself, care for my mom, do great things, get ideas from my other sister about how to do this, but I can't function when you're in charge or when I perceive that you're decision. So let me in. Ugh. Okay. I could also blame myself. I'm going to just blame them for now. 2, 3, 4. Okay, just got to stop. Sorry again, this is blurry. It says gateway to awareness. Stop. So I stop when I get to the gateway. And the gateway card. Again, if you actually play this with me, you'll have clear words about all these things. So what it says for the first gateway. If I don't already have one, pick a belief card, but I do have one. I'm going to tell the plot of my story based on the cards I've turned up. You should have an event and a context card, and you may have picked a karma card. If you've been projected on or landed on blocks game, you'll have one or more energy blocks. Put it all together into a sentence to tell your story. Okay, so here, let me show my great self again here. So again, my story in this game is I don't have any power in my mom's situation. I don't know how to talk to the other people. I'm feeling like I can't do anything about it because they're in charge. And I can see on my board that I've got 2 beliefs that are blocking me or coloring my view of things. And I got that I'm projecting on block in communication, which is very interesting. So let's go on and keep playing. So then if you have someone else playing with you, they get to say, I'm sorry that's happening to you. But I'll say that to myself. I'm sorry that's happening to me, and I'm willing to go on. So let's see what comes up. So I'm going to roll again and go into the next level. Okay, light. So in light, I get to turn over one of my beliefs. So I'm going to turn over the one that went with the prediction. I just don't look good. Oh my gosh. That's why it's fun playing this, because like, what? How did the game know that? So yeah, totally. That's what I'm projecting on myself. I just don't look good. I hate to not look good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I spot it, I got it. Now, this one's tricky because I can't actually play it when I'm playing by myself. So here's how I play this square when I'm playing by myself. I spin again, and I'll put it the same way I had. Spin again. What I'm projecting is a block in spirituality, inspiration, and faith. Like, to me, it's just barely into the violet. All right. And get another belief here. Let's see. And I'm projecting. If I complain, I'll just get into trouble. Oh my gosh, that is totally part of what I do. And that has to do with my spiritual mission. Okay. If I complain, I'll just get into trouble. Cool. And that's kind of fun. All right. So as I've been thinking, I'm like willing to keep being in this game with my relatives because I really I'm open to the idea that this really is part of my mission in life, in these relationships to do something about my sense of personal power. Cool. Okay, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. So in this one, again, you're going to go to the brochure that tells what to do. So here it says spiritual bypass. How do we get this? There we go. Feelings are important. Feel your feelings to continue. Tell the group how you really feel. Move back 3 spaces, and then everybody's going to say, let's get real. Okay. So how I really feel, I'll even show my face and say, how I really feel is scared and like bold at the same time, but it's more, what is that? That I feel like willing to go on, even though I have a lot of doubt. So I don't know. Yeah, scared, but like, gotta do it. Like, there's this slight hope that things could change. Scared and determined, um, angry, yeah, like irritated. Like, why can't this get cleared up easier than this? Um, why does this keep happening to me? All right, so now I really feel, yeah, scared. All right, so I got to go back 3 spaces. Okay, that's this way. What? I always like to shuffle them again, not just pick the top card. Guess what? Victory is imminent. Move to the next gateway. Now. All right. The second gateway, here again, it's hard. Okay. News stories. I am number 1. Directions say, tell how this. Oops, did I just mute? No, I did something with mute. Okay, I think I'm okay. I was trying to switch my cam. Okay, so new story. So if that's my new story, I'm number 1 in my life. How does the old story and all this other stuff give me a chance to learn and grow? Wow. I was, I have picked this before when I've played, and like when I hear that, I kind of cringe because it feels selfish. So I'm open that being number 1 in my life, I'm open what that means. I opportunity to be the best. And I really have here in the family that I have, in the relationships that I have, in the circumstances that I have had to be somebody who transforms stuff. That's why I'm really grateful for Colin Tipping and how what he brought has really resonated with me. And, I know there's tons of other tools and to be number one in my life at this time and 70 years old is like I don't have a whole lot of more chances to invent things. So let me get clear on what it is that I'm here for. And I'm really getting that it has something to do with enticing people to come outside and also to become somebody different within the relationships that I have. And my family is definitely one of those that seems to be kind of given there. And I'm in the middle and have still chances to overcome this feeling that I don't matter. And this thing with my mom could certainly be a way to play that. So being number one in my life and claiming my purpose and living that certainly relates to what's coming up in this game. Okay, so now I get to say, I feel my awareness shifting and becoming more open to the idea that everything happens for a reason. And this situation may have been given to me for my spiritual growth. It's like, yeah, I'm enrolled in that idea that it's not just something to ignore and it's still here, feels like an intractable problem, and at the same time still is luring me in. So um, again, the group gets to say, we honor your willingness to be open to this. So I'm going to hear all of the people around me saying, yeah, 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 you go. Okay, moving on. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let it go. That's very cool. So I get to let go of this belief that I just don't look good. Okay. No idea how that's going to look in my life, but I'm willing to let go of the belief that I don't look good or to not care about how I look, just care about what's really resonating in me as what's true. All right, 3, 1, 2, 3. Your past enemies kind of crooked. Oh, we're getting there. Anyway, it's on your. Okay, got it. See your past enemies as your healing angels. Affirm. Even though I may not understand why, I now realize that POA and I are doing a healing dance with each other. And I can see that we are healing angels for each other. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Even though I don't understand why, I'm open to the idea that this person and I are doing a healing dance with each other, and I can see we're healing angels for each other. And then the group says, what a healing angel you are for them too. So I don't know about all that, but I can definitely be open that that person is a healing angel for me. And I was like, I don't have any idea what their spiritual path is, but I'm open to that for sure, that person keeps being how they are so that I can learn how to be different or better or more alive. I am so grateful. Wow. My goodness. I'm the luckiest person alive. Wow. Okay. Maybe, yeah, I do feel lucky to at least to even be aware that this kind of game, this practical way of shifting how I see things has been brought to me. I do know that people love me and I have a pretty good life. I mean, I'm not having to deal with money and that the main my main challenge right now. Otherwise, I am pretty lucky in my life. Okay, I'm gonna move on, and my next square is stop gateway to sender. Okay, and that's the third gateway, and that's all on the card. Here it is. All right, third gateway, turn over all my beliefs. Okay, I still have one to turn over that says, I really can't make it on my own. Oh, okay, well, I know for sure I can't make it on my own in my mom's situation. That definitely someone else is involved in that, and that's okay. Um, However, I definitely have seen this situation as one that I can't do myself. Like, I think, oh, if I had even more money than I have now, and an idea about how to pay and that kind of stuff, or just offer, but really can't make it on my own. Actually, I'm kind of willing to hold on to that belief because it could be useful. All right, so I turned over those beliefs. I'm still in the third gateway. Bring all my beliefs into full awareness. Explain they have once had power over me and were responsible for creating the drama in my life. Explain that you realize the old story was probably a misperception and you're open to seeing it differently now. Okay. Horribly shamed. What comes up to my mind when I hear that is being a kid and being teased and feeling shame for how I was seeing things. And here's an interesting insight. Like last night, I went to a small group of my high school classmates, some of which were grade school classmates as well. I haven't seen them for 2 years, and before that, hadn't seen them for 50 years, right? Sitting with them, I can see how I felt a disconnect with a lot of my classmates and just with the general life purpose. They know about me that I've been hiking, and they were all people who stayed in our hometown for their whole lives, right? So I know that I've had a different life experience and would like to feel more connected somehow, but still don't. But strayed with these people, but just didn't feel connected. So um, there is that. But somehow I have felt shame in my family that I just don't have the power to influence them or get my way or any of those things. So I don't, yeah, there it is. And to have misperceived that, um, okay, like that's not really true. Like, how do I shift my thing that's going on here? I'm open that it could be true, but how do I do it? Okay, it says step 2, affirm this statement. And here it is. I fully release my attachment to my old story. Okay, not attached to that, and refuse to invest any more in it. I let go of my need to control the outcome, and I'm willing to surrender to the idea that everything is unfolding according to a divine plan, because it says, proclaim my new stories. I'm number one in my life, and I am the luckiest person alive. I'm so grateful. Okay. Wow. So this is the point in the game where I think, okay, where right now I'm like just saying these words and like feeling it in my body. And like for me, I've been playing with this technology for a while, since 2006. So going on 20 years, and definitely have had some dramatic shifts in my life, changing my view of my stories. So it's a very, very useful and powerful thing. So I'm really taken in that um, I no longer have to see myself, and that I can nurture my spiritual energies and my, just keep working on ways of communicating and focusing on my mission in life. All right, let's see how the rest of this unfolds. Now, in this third gateway, the group would have said, we support you in surrendering to your higher powers. So I was like, yay. Okay, releasing breath. This is good, which means I get to let go of one of my energy blocks. So this is how I do that. And the game instructs me. Say, I now let go of all to communication, all blocks, like receiving criticism, like okay, that's kind of a big one. I'm not real good on receiving criticism when it's negative and uninformed and just blah blah blah. So releasing breath. So I'm gonna and really feel that in my throat center here. Let go of all blocks to communication, criticism, and will. All right, moving on. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guess what? I'm gonna pick the top one. I'm depressed. Spin the color wheel. Find my energy block. What? That sucks. Okay. Oops, same. Oh, this is great. I just got the same one back. Okay, game. Let's see. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Healing angel. Okay. See my past enemies as my healing angel. Now, what pops into my mind is to pick someone else besides my POA. So I'm going to pick my mom, actually, because she's in this too. So now I see my mom and I are doing a healing dance. And I've had that thought that she's hanging around in order to give me and maybe all of us the chance to rearrange relationships. Game. Since I still have my old story all populated with, I get to stay in the game a little longer. So I got my 6 here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and stay in the game. So now I landed on self-acceptance. Again, this is one of my favorites that I ever really heard said. Let's see. Here we go. I can figure this. I love myself being in my feelings about this, and I know that when I am ready, I can choose peace. I love myself being in my feelings about this and know that when I'm ready, I can choose peace. And now, other people say, we you just the way you are. Clear the rest of these things here by going the other way. Okay, bump, bump, healing angel. So I think of another person who's my healing angel. Okay, see my past enemies. I now see that, all the rest of my siblings and I are doing a healing dance with and for each other. I definitely am open to feeling that. All right, let's get a 2. Ooh, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess what? I renewed my faith in humanity. Follow healing angel direction. There's a lot about healing angels. So who else am I seeing? Okay, I see the people at the home. I see the home administrator as my healing angel, and see that I'm doing a healing dance with that person. And there's things I can learn and grow in that relationship. Okay. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it go. Okay, perfect. So I now let go. Oh, if I complain, I will just get into trouble. Okay, complain. Now, kind of exploring what's the difference between complaining and speaking what matters in a diplomatic, just like honest way. I know I have a friend who's a master in landmark education, and she definitely has ways to teach me like how to really be real in conversations, not haughty and arrogant. So complaining versus speaking confidently, I think, are different things. So I let go of the belief that if I complain, I'll just get into trouble. 2. Okay, 1, 2. Now I'm back on surrender. Oh, I don't think I said this. Did I? The last time I went through. So this is a good chance to. So this third, my beliefs have created drama in my life. And then what I don't think I said this last time. I said that. And I refused to invest any more energy in it. I let go of my need to control the outcome according to a divine plan. I did say that, didn't I? But I'm willing to get it now. Okay, but I still haven't let go of everything. So I go back, and the rules of the game is until I let go of everything by landing on power or releasing breath, I need to go back to shift happens. Okay, let's see how far I go before I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did it. I landed on power. So when I land on power, that means I get to release all of the stuff here. Guess what? I don't have to let go of. All right, so I'll do this one at a time. So I'm gonna let go of the belief that I really can't make it on my own, and um, that has to do with me making my own decisions, I think. But I'm 100% clear that I have to be part of a team to really care for my mom. And now I'm also releasing all the energy blocks to spirituality, inspiration, and faith, and communication, criticism, and will completely from my consciousness now. So I'll do it quickly in the game, but know that it's also something I do have other tools for working on nourishing and clearing the energy of these energy centers, often called chakras in um, Eastern philosophy. All right, so now I get to go towards Satori again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I stop at this gateway. And I'm going to proclaim again, I fully release my attachment to my old story and I refuse to invest any more energy in it. Let go of my need to control the outcome. And I'm willing to surrender to the idea that everything is unfolding according to a divine plan. Now, whether or not you believe that, that's okay. It works for me to know that my life does have a purpose for transforming certain behaviors and beliefs. So that works. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Surrender. Oh, I haven't landed on that one yet. Surrender. I now surrender to the higher power I think of as God and trust in the knowledge that this will continue to unfold perfectly in accordance with divine guidance and spiritual law. I feel the divine love flowing in this situation. And so does everybody else. I don't know if you can all see. Okay. Surrender to my higher power. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we got power again. So now in the game, if I land on power again and my board is clear, I get to just jump ahead to Satori. So there it is. Now there's what we do to end the game. Pretty long and involved, but well, it's not involved, it just has a lot of words. So here's the gist. So what I do now is say what I got out of the game and my reframe. Okay. And the reframe has, if I could see this from a spiritual purpose point of view, which you may or may not believe, but seems to be a useful way of looking at things. We say that. And then there's a couple affirmations to choose to end the game. So here's what I'm getting. I think, like from the other resources that I have and the game, that I'm on the track of like getting that this situation with my mom and the POA definitely is an invitation to learn and grow about behaviors. For me, I'm learning strategies and ways to recognize other people's way of being and that I'm just not like that. So learn shit, like don't just blame them and say why are they like that, and but to change myself, change my own beliefs, because I definitely have occurred that when I stop believing that other people hate me or whatever, then they do. Like it does seem to be happening in my life. Whether it's actually true or not, I don't know, but it feels that way. Um, So that's what I'm getting, like affirmation that this is an opportunity to learn and grow. I can keep moving forward, trusting that when I've learned what I need to learn, it'll feel finished. But I don't, quitting doesn't feel right at this point. So, gonna just keep playing and learning and growing. So I get to choose one. Oops, here I get to choose from two different affirmations to say, and I'm going to pick this first one. I now realize that what has been occurring is exactly what my soul wanted and co-created for me. Now willing to see that even though I don't understand why, I see that POA and my mom came into my life to give me the opportunity to heal and grow. So that's pretty basic. So that is my Satori game for this morning for myself. And uh, that's what I got. Kind of so just feel lighter and more like in a game that I haven't done it wrong. There's other possibilities, and to just stay in there and be open that the more I work on myself and how I am, others might change. So to finish the game, we get to say radical forgiveness invocation. May we all stand firm in the knowledge and comfort that all things are now, have always been, and forever will be in divine order, unfolding according to a divine plan. May we truly surrender to this truth, whether we understand it or not. May we also ask for support in consciousness in feeling our connection with the divine part of us, with everyone and with everything, so that we can truly say and feel we are one. Now, after the game, it says go for a walk. That's me. Take a shower, let the energy settle in. Like there's nothing I need to do. Just take this in and reflect on it. So, there you go. That's me and my game for today. I'm going to stop the recording.